everybody. Wanted to show you today how to build a binder within your Mimeo account. So let's get started. First things first is we need to upload documents to your Mimeo account in order to build your binder. You'll need to go ahead and upload PDFs of your document instead of native files. By doing that, you could either drag and drop files right here within this gray bar, or you could click on Browse for Files, and that could take you anywhere within your computer and show you where you could pick and upload your files from. Another way we could do it is by going to your Library tab at the top, and this brings you into your library where you have all your content stored. You could click within your My Library or My Uploaded Print Files and click Upload button here and choose files on your computer as well. So for today, I went ahead and I created a new folder. And by doing that, I clicked on My Library in blue and then click on New Folder. You could type in whatever you'd like to here, and this will be saved on the left side with your folder name. And then once you do that, click Save. So for today, I've created a binder folder, and then I've also created a print files folder. This is good for organization. The print files folder is all the PDFs that I uploaded that will be used to build this binder today. So let's get started. I'm going to start clicking in order the name of the documents that I want it to be presented within the document itself. I'm going to click on binder cover, table contents, the modules, and job aid. Click on new. Scroll down to ring binders. And then this will bring us into our print sequencer page. Everything on the left side of the screen are files within your library that you could get anywhere you need to and add them to your document. But on the right side are all the files that I just chose and in the order that it will be used in the binder. The top of this dark gray bar, you could pick if you want your entire document to print black and white or color, single-sided or double-sided. You could also pick each section separately and choose how you would like those to print. I'm going to click everything to be print in color and everything double-sided. Click Apply to All, and that will affect every single section within the document. The very last one, though, I'm going to click that to be printed in black and white, but I want to choose the color of the paper. If anytime you're printing a document in black and white, you could choose one of our color paper stocks to print on. So I'm going to choose our 24-pound canary. And you can see that right there, it shows it live that it's on the canary paper. Once I have all the correct settings, I'm going to click Continue. And this will bring us right into our bound document builder. So right here in the middle, this is your Easy Viewer. This shows you exactly how the document is so far set up and how it's going to be printed. And you can see that that job aid is printing on that canary paper. Okay, let's start at the top. Binding options. Since we chose that it's going into a ring binder, it automatically will default to placing it into a ring binder. You can choose if you'd like it to stay within the white binder or a black one. Along with, you could choose all different sizes. And we do have some recycled binders as well. But we have the O and the D ring. So for today's, it defaulted to the durable D ring 1/2 inch. It knows that my document will fit in that size binder. If the pages exceed the number that could fit within the binder, it will not let you choose. Say, if I had a 200-page document, it may not let me select a 1/2 inch. It'll be taken out and it'll go right to the 1 inch. Okay, let's go out of that screen. Next is going to be your covers. It already automatically puts in your first page as a cover. You can take it out if you would like. You could also put it on a recycled paper stock or one of our polyester stocks. Okay, I'm going to leave it as the first page. Okay, now, if you see that my color looks like it should print to the edge, but right now I have a white thin border all the way around. Right here, print to edge. I could choose that I want that front cover for the color to go all the way to the edge. And it shows it live right here where the color goes to the edge of the paper stock. Our next option down below are the paper selections that we just chose on our previous screen in the print sequencer. This shows that I have for black and white printing that 24-pound canary yellow, along with all my the color pages to be printed on 28-pound premium. Now next I'm going to scroll down here to our tabs and slip sheets. This is where you could put different dividers within your binder. Let me show you right here, this gray bar. This is a helpful tip that you could choose in between sections. And within the binder, you could click, it'll take you right to that section instead of having to flip page by page. So let's start inserting tabs into the binder. The first option you choose is either portrait or landscape. We'll go with portrait for this document. Then you have tab type. You have cardstock, Mylar. Mylar has that extra protection on the edge of the tab, and you also have recycled options as well. I'm going to choose Mylar for this document. You could also pick between different fonts as well as the different sizes that will go on the tab. Now, I love this auto insert tab because if you have the name of your sections exactly what you would like to be on the tab itself, it'll recognize that for you instead of having to manually type every tab out. I'm going to click Auto Insert Tabs, Continue, and you will now see that all my tabs just populated with the name of the section. Now we need to add another tab. Let's say we have a handout tab that we want to add. And click Add New, and type out Handout, click Save, and that now just got inserted right there in the back of the book. Same thing for slip sheets. So you could do the same thing where we have portrait and landscape. You have what colors you would like the slip sheets to be on. So these are our text weight stocks, and down below are our card stocks. I'm going to leave it on the light blue slip sheet. And here you could choose if you want Helvetica Times Roman, and also what font size you would like. You can go right to the beginning of the book, and I need to put a slip sheet in there that says Day 1. Add New, Day 1, click Save, and that will insert right there for you. Okay, so now I can come out of that screen. Now everything that I just presented to you shows you live within the Easy Viewer to the right here. Now we have offerings down here called Custom Offerings that are special instructions. These are going to be instructions that will tell our production team anything additional that needs to be added to your binder when it's been ordered. So some people would like to have, for instance, enlarged cover to fit binder. So instead of your front cover printed 8.5 by 11, you'd like it to fit the entire width of the binder. You could click on that, and that will instruct us that the front cover needs to be enlarged for you. A lot of people like to have CDs and USBs included with their binder. You could click on one of these options, and a CD or USB can be provided with the binder. Another popular one for binders are spines and back covers. So any of your documents that are printing 8.5 by 11, you can have a back cover to your binder, and we do have spines. So if you want to have a spine included in your document, it says spine is the last page of this document. You would just go to the very back of your binder, and you would have a spine as the last page in here. This will instruct our production team to remove the last sheet of paper, cut down the spine to size, and insert that into the spine of the binder. And for all the special instructions we just chose, you can go to View Selected, and it will give you the actual list of everything that will be included with your binder. Okay, so now I'm going to come out of that screen. Now, for any custom offerings that you may need for one of your binders, you could always call our customer service number, and we could add all different special instructions to your account that would help you for all your needs. So now I'm complete with this binder build. I'm going to add this to my shopping cart. It's also going to ask you right here, would you like to save it to your library? You can click on my library, and I'm going to save it to my binder folder that I created. And I'm going to say binder Day 1. I'm going to scroll here, add to cart. And now it's saved, and you see all the settings that we just chose within the Bound Document Builder, along with the special instructions that were just chosen. So here's another thing. So you could continue on and place your order, but I'd like to show you how, in case if you ever need to change one of your sections out, if something updated. Let's go back into Library. I'm going to go back to the Binder folder, and there's the document that I just saved. Let's say we had a update to our table of contents. It's going to open back up into the Bound Document Builder. Right here, if I click on Back to File, this is going to take us back into our Print Sequencer page. So everything on the right is everything that is currently in the document. If I go back under to My Library, Print Files, I did a revision to the table of contents. Here's the new one that needs to be swapped out. Here's my old one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one, click on Add, and that will bring it over to the right side of our print sequencer. This is the old one. I'm going to click Remove. Now I'm going to get a warning message. It's going to ask me, this section contains one or more tabs or other dividers. If I click OK, it's going to remove that tab. If I click Cancel, the tab will stay in place. And click Cancel. You see now the old table of contents has been removed and the new table of contents with the version 2 has been left. If I click Continue, it will still remain within my document for the table of contents, and you will see here's my table of contents tab that was left in place. So now I could click on Save, and then that will update within my library. Now, if I was working on this document today, it has today's date, but if you were working on it on another day, it will have that day's date under the last modified section for you. One other thing I would like to touch on. So I have this binder, I have my binder, my bound document that I can now place orders with that is in my account. I have the print files that have been used to build that binder. It's all in this binders folder. I would like to share that to another user on my team that they would have access to that bound document that I just built. If you click on this Share tab, it will give you options to give users on your team. If you'd like to give them read-only access, you could give them customized access where they could take the content that you built and they could customize it to their liking, or you could give them full control. If you give them full control, they could edit the file, and when they click Save, it will affect your document as well, so everyone's will have the same content. Once you are done adding in the person's email address in one of these 3 boxes, you click Add Users. And that will then give them sharing access to your folder. And that completes how to build a binder within Mimeo.
Great, thank you so much, Sherry. So we're definitely opening this up to questions. I'm going to give you a second to continue writing in your questions, so let me know if, write them in now if you have any. A couple of notes while we wait. This session is being recorded. We're going to send you the video file probably tomorrow, so don't worry about taking notes. Next month, we are offering an office hours that's focusing on marketing collateral. So that's anything that's a one sheet, a flyer, a brochure. So if you build those sorts of things, or if you have a marketing team that does, sign up or send the invitation to your marketing department. And we're going to focus on all the tips and tricks around building those in Mimeo. It can be a little tricky. And then also what you can do to make it pop. So with that, I'm just going to see if we have any questions. So far, no questions, so we'll just leave that open. Feel free to write in, and I'm going to take control to give you a couple of sneak peeks at some other things from Mimeo. So as some of you may know, one of the offerings that we provide is warehousing of inventoried items. And this is mostly for merchandise or other physical things that you want to ship with your on-demand documents. We honestly can store anything. For one company, we even store dirt. So the update that we want to share for those of you who use it is that we've made it easier than ever to check the quantity of units that are available. So this is a screenshot of a current client. So we've blurred out some of the details to protect their privacy, but you can see they have a lot warehoused, and they can see at a glance how much of their inventory is left and whether it's available to order. And this is something that ties into Marketplace, which is another of the applications that I'm going to talk to in a second. Sherry, we do have a question. Is there version control on the documents added in the binder? And there's also a question around how secure the site is. So if you can speak to that as well, let me know. Otherwise, I know I have a document that I can send to follow up on that.
So version control, like would something be overridden, or can we elaborate a little bit more with that one?
Let's see. I know as far as seeing whether there have been updates, you can use that last modified field in the library that you were showing us to see that it was last modified. And then what if you have a team member that's working on it? Can you see that a team member changed it?
Under properties, we could go ahead, we could show them that on a one-on-one. If they would like to call in, we could show them how to figure that out. But also just for a quick view on the screen, the last modified date would be as well.
Okay, so Alicia, the answer to your question is that under properties, you can tell whether a team member has modified it. We also have a comment about pricing. So pricing is real time in the proof unless you're using a special instruction. Just want to clarify that.
And there are a lot of the special instructions that have the real-time pricing on it as well. So like the enlarge the bit cover, the front cover to be enlarged with the binder, or the spine. That all shows you live within the bound document builder and your shopping cart.
Okay. And there's a question, is it possible to have text on the tab sheet similar to what would be on a slip sheet?
Well, on tabs, we have up to 2 lines of text. Flip sheets, we have a little bit more, where we have 4 lines of text. To drop point sizes with your tabs, that may help as well, but we are limited on some of the sizes for the tabs.
But you can edit the text to make it whatever custom text you want, as long as it fits, and you can make the font and font size look the same.
Right, but if they need body print on the actual text, on the actual tab itself, not just the little tab, we can work that. They could call into customer service, and we would have to work that a different way so they could order it special.
Oh yeah, here's a clarification. What he means is not text on the tab itself, but rather use the sheet that holds the tab, so rather than have a slip sheet and a tab. Yeah.
Yes, we can do that. We would just have to, you would have to work with one of the customer service members, and we would have to work that where we could print those separately to be inserted later on into your document.
Great. Yeah, and as Sherry mentioned, we have thousands of special instructions. We do have a couple of resources for you on the webinar to find out how to use those. But one of the special instructions is simply to create your own special instructions. So we can accommodate basically anything. So just give us a call if you need something that you don't see. So we'll answer more questions as they come in. In the meantime, I do just want to take a couple of seconds to talk about the other applications in Mimeo's suite that you may not know about. So as I mentioned, we warehouse items, and one of the ways that most organizations leverage that is using our Marketplace application. So Marketplace is your custom branded portal. It has your logo, your colors, and your content and merchandise. So you basically upload your documents to Mimeo Print, you create them like we just saw, you publish them to the Marketplace, and you publish your warehoused items or your digital items. And then you can enable third parties or employees or even customers to order and purchase your content. So this is really ideal for when you have third parties or intermediaries who need your content, like franchise locations or channel partners. This way, you don't have to worry about printing everything and shipping it to the right person. They can on demand go in, say, oh, I need this training workbook and I need an easel, and I'm going to put them together in one order. And then Mimeo will print it, kit it, and ship it for you. And then you have all sorts of access to reporting to see how it's being used. Meanwhile, Mimeo Digital is secure digital content distribution. So we saw with the binders that we can send some CDs and USBs, and that's really ideal for when you have a complex proposal and they are requesting that you send both print and digital format. But our Mimeo Digital product is designed to make it easy for you to provide a modern experience for your audience to experience your content. So basically, we're compatible with any file type. You simply upload your content, choose your security settings, such as expiration dates, and then generate custom keys for each user or each class of users. Then your user accesses the content on the device of their choice. It's an app available in Android and Apple app stores. And you can also make your content available offline. So this makes your content very accessible to your users. It's a very modern experience. You get access to insight into how they're using your content. And all in all, it's just as easy as using Mimeo Print. You don't have to spend a year implementing a new software. So I don't see any more questions coming in. If you do have questions that we didn't answer, feel free to put them on the survey afterwards, or email me, or email customer care at help@mimeo.com. And we are here to answer any of your questions. We really appreciate you using Mimeo, and we look forward to hearing more from you. So thanks so much for taking the time today.